Today we are going to be looking into the disappearance of 13-year-old Lee Oki. This is Lee. Lee was born on the 21st of August 1979 in Honolulu, Hawaii. On Thursday the 27th of August 1992, Lee's mother Vicky left Lee home alone at their home 105 Honey Locust Drive, Tupelo, Mississippi, United States, whilst she went to her work at Leggett & Platt, a manufacturing company that was about a 15-minute drive away. Vicky left the home between 7:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. after having breakfast with Lee. They also shared the home with Lee's stepfather and Vicky's then husband, Bernie Yarborough. That morning, there was news that Hurricane Andrew was heading towards Tupelo, so Vicky called to check on Lee between 8:30 and 9 a.m. to make sure she was okay because Lee was afraid of storms. But there was no answer. She tried calling twice. This concerned Vicky, so she decided to drive home to check on Lee. Vicky gave an interview to CNN recalling what she saw when she returned to the house that day. She said one of the first things she noticed when she arrived home was that the garage door was open and the light in the garage was on, which was a sensor light that doesn't turn on unless someone triggers the door. She then entered the house and in the hallway found blood splatters on the wall. After searching the house some more, Vicky called 911. When the police arrived, Vicky took them to Lee's bedroom, where they noticed a laundry basket with a blood-stained nightie in it. Vicky told them that a bunch of clothes that were in the laundry basket were missing. They also found blood and hair stuck to the door frame and found a trail of blood that led from the hallway to the back door going through the living room. There was also blood in the bathroom, which the police meant someone had tried to clean up. There was no sign of forced entry into the house. The search party was immediately formed. This included police, search dogs, local volunteers, Lee's stepfather, and Lee's father, Donald Oki, who took leave from his army post in Alexandria, Virginia, to join the search as soon as he found out his daughter was missing. 13 days after Lee went missing, a package arrived at Lee's home on Honey Locust Drive that was addressed to Barney, Lee's stepfather. The package had apparently been sent from Boonville. When Vicky opened the package, she discovered Lee's glasses inside. The packaging and glasses were sent off for DNA testing, but nothing came from this. This was the last proper lead that came from this case. In November 1993, skeletal remains were found in Nettleton. They were initially positively identified as Lee, but 2 days later after a news broke, positive identification was retracted, and the remains were actually that of 27-year-old Pollyanna Sue Keith, who had gone missing from Shannon in March 1993. In the early days, tips were coming in that Barney had been abusing Lee. There was an incident where she showed up to school with bruises and a black eye, but this was never looked into by the school. Barney passed a polygraph test and had a solid alibi for the time of Lee's disappearance, so he was ruled out. Barney and Vicky divorced a few years after Lee's disappearance, and Barney passed away in December 1996. Vicky was made to do 3 polygraph tests and failed all of them. Vicky is said to be a person of interest in her daughter's disappearance, but she denies any involvement and has said that she believes a man named Oscar McKinley Kearns is the one responsible. Lee knew Oscar as he attended the same church as Lee, Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. According to the DeSoto County Circuit Court case file, 9 months after Lee was last seen, Oscar drove to Memphis and kidnapped a 15-year-old girl he had met through the Tupelo church. The girl was home alone, and shortly after 7 a.m., Oscar arrived at her Memphis residence in May 1993, saying he was there to drive her to school. Instead, Oscar took her to an isolated area in DeSoto County and assaulted her. After he assaulted her, he then drove her to school, where she contacted the police. Oscar pleaded guilty to rape and was sentenced to 24 years in prison, with 16 years suspended. He was released in October 1997 after serving less than half of his sentence. Tupelo police, along with the FBI, attempted to interview Oscar on multiple occasions, but he refused to talk to them. Oscar died in 2021. An article on the website Daily Journal from August 25, 2022 has written, "Authorities hope advances in forensic science will shed some new light on the case. This year, the Tupelo Police Department has gone through the limited physical evidence and resubmitted items to various labs. Using the limited evidence, which included a bloody nightgown, police in the past have been able to develop a DNA profile of Oki, but technicians at the time found no blood, bodily fluid or skin cells that were foreign to the house and could have come from a suspect. We submitted some of the original evidence to hopefully find something they might have missed 30 years ago, said Tupelo Police Sergeant Cassidy Jumper. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Lee Ockey or details about her disappearance is asked to call the Tupelo Police Department at 841-6491 or Crime Stoppers of Northeast Mississippi at 1-800-773-TIPS 8473. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.